SpaceWatchers, I'm Emma, the editor-in-chief of SpaceWatch.Global, and this is a new episode of Space Café Radio, your radio channel dedicated to emerging trends and live conferences in the space sector. This is one of our special episodes in collaboration with the Karman project, an independent non-profit foundation gathering global leaders who are shaping the future of space. Every year, the Karman project selects 15 Karman fellows to foster trust, cooperation, and independent dialogue between global leaders in tech, in science, in business, in politics, and the arts, who want to positively impact space. In 6 episodes, we will try to tell you what does it mean to actually be a Karman fellows and be part of the Karman project, which type of project and goals the fellows have, and what does this all mean for the space domain. And of course, we will do it through the eyes and words of the Karman Fellows of the 2023 cohort. I was lucky enough to be part of it, so these interviews are all collected live from the Karman Week, which in 2023 was in the Maldives. Enjoy the sound of the waves and the tales of how we really want to change the world. Enjoy! Hello Space Watchers, we're here in the fantastic atoll island of Lamu in the Maldives for the Karman Week. This is part of the Karman project, and I have the pleasure to be here with one of my co-Karman fellow, Norilmi Amelia Ismail, who is the founder and CEO of SpaceWatchers. Norilmi, maybe before we dig into some space details, we can just explore a bit what you can tell us about yourself and what do you do.
I'm actually a professor that turned to entrepreneurs. I've been teaching for 11 years and been in the industry for that long of time, and thinking that we need to push this industry beyond what we're having now in Malaysia. So I'm actually ventures in entrepreneurship so that we can open more jobs for other people in the space industry, and also can show to the countries that space actually give beneficial in terms of economy.
And what's your, you obviously have a double background. So you used to be a professor, a university and academic, and now entrepreneur in Malaysia. What is, in your opinion, from your perspective, from your point of view, the biggest challenge in the space domain? And of course, what do you like to do to try to tackle it and resolve it?
Yeah, every day when we talk about space, people look this is like something like very complex. So how to bring this complexity to this term that understood by everyone is some sort of challenges for me, especially in developing country, when you're not really familiar with this space thingy. But then this can be very good if you can translate this to something that everyone understood this. And another challenge is actually to make the policymaker to understand the benefit of the space industry to the country. So when I'm looking on this view, this is where the space education is the main purpose that I'm doing now, which is try to make people understand about the space, how it can benefit them in terms of social, economy, and other things, and also try to give inspirations to the young ones so that they can venture to this industry and give a benefit in the future. So what I'm doing now is more on give the understanding, the simplest as I can to everyone, so that everyone actually can access to the space and also can reap all the benefit from this industry.
Incredible. What you're doing is fantastic because you're a woman, you're in a country that is not noticeably a spacefaring country, and you're an entrepreneur. So those 3 things really make you exceptional. I believe this is also why you're in the Karman program. But speaking about the Karman program, how do you think the Karman program can help you to achieve this goal?
When I'm enrolled in this Karman program, I saw that we have a few different backgrounds from the Karman fellows. So I think this is very good for me to learn to another perspective from other Karman fellows, and also can help me helping my own countries by adopting maybe some of the initiatives that have been done by other Karman fellows, and also maybe discussing with them what is the best approach for us in Malaysia to do something related to the space industry and give a benefit to all, and how actually we can connect together and working together with other countries, because this is very important. Space is beyond the territory, beyond the country. So you have to do something together to achieve a big thing. So this is what I'm really looking in the Karman, so that when I meet everyone here, there is very fantastic. They have a various background, so I can connect with them and get the benefit from this relationship for my country.
Of course. And speaking about this, your country point of view, like SpaceWatch.Global is a European media company. So, of course, we unfortunately or fortunately, we have a bias towards Europe. If you have to flag or discuss the biggest European bias that you find when you are working in your field as a Malaysian entrepreneur, what is it? What's your perception?
I think the bias is come because lack of understanding the culture from the country, from Asia itself. But when we get together and know each other, the barrier is actually non-exist at all. For me, it's more for the European to know us better and for us to know them better and work together. When you work together, and then you will see what the things that you can share, the value that you can share. And this is so good for both sides. We don't have any barrier after that. I believe in that. And you need to understand the culture, respect the culture. And of course, the European also have their own culture. So for us, respect to each other is so important.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And what is your long-term vision? How do you foresee yourself, space in Malaysia, space industry in, let's say, 10 years' time or maybe 30 years' time?
In the 10 years' time, I think that Malaysia should be a spacefaring country because we are actually heading towards that with the proper plan from the government and also support from the industry itself. And I want to see that I can talk to each other easily because the challenge is to make them understand about space. And in the 10 years' time, I think when I'm talking to any strangers about space, they can just talk together and have the same wavelength to talk about space industry, how this benefit to the country.
Fantastic. Norilmi, it's been fantastic to have the chance to discuss with you, and I wish that our listeners could see how many students actually love to talk to you because you're such a role model for so many young Asian students that want to start this path. And of course, you always have to be a pioneer and struggle in the beginning to show that it can be done. And it's been a pleasure to meet you, to have the chance to discuss these points with you. And I think we can say goodbye to all our space watchers, and we leave them with this fantastic sound of the waves of the Indian Ocean and the equatorial wind. And from the Maldives, SpaceWatchers out. Thank you, Norilmi.
Thank you for having me.
If you want to keep the pulse of the space industry, please visit our website at www.SpaceWatch.Global. Subscribe to our newsletters, and of course, don't forget to become a Space Watcher. I'm Emma Gatti, Editor-in-Chief at SpaceWatch.Global, your independent perspective on space. See you next time. Ciao.